So today I've decided I want to try to attempt to complete the entire Hitman trilogy on Master difficulty while only getting Silent Assassin. I've never played the trilogy before, but I did play the old Hitman games, so I kind of know what's going on. So the rules are, I can only kill targets, no bodies can be discovered unless it's an accidental target kill. If I'm spotted by cams, I have to destroy the evidence. The typical one save permission. I can't be caught doing illegal actions, and as a personal challenge, I want to leave every mission in my suit. So I start off with actually a bit of knowledge of this map, since it's the one map I have played before. So I decide the first thing I need to do is to get a disguise. So I take out a stylist, because I do remember there being this famous model you can impersonate on this map, but I didn't know where to find him exactly, so that was my first plan. I ended up running around downstairs for the next 15 minutes trying to find this dude, until I decided he's probably somewhere upstairs. As I was making my way upstairs, I decided for some reason it was a good idea to drop the chandelier, and instantly was caught. One restart later, and I had a new plan. I overhear these ladies talking, and one of them has an invitation to the secret auction upstairs, so I decide that's probably my best bet. After they're done, I follow her into the bathroom, clap those cheeks, and take the invitation. Then I quickly hide the body in the opposite room just in case someone else comes to the washroom. After that, I spent another 10 minutes trying to find out how to get upstairs with the invitation.
But we can't let you through here at the moment. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Well, you nailed the dress code, but due to increased security measure, no sir, you can't come through here.
I ended up taking a quick detour to the kitchen and found the recipe for my target's favorite cocktail. After I finally find the right way to get upstairs with the invitation, I make my way to my seat at the auction. And that's when I kind of realized that my disguise is kind of useless up here, and I need a guard uniform. Luckily for me, there's a guard perfectly placed on the balcony for me to take out and steal his uniform. So I quickly choke him out, take his uniform, and dump him over the ledge. And yeah, we're gonna come back to that later. So with my new uniform acquired, I make my way into the room with the target. I wait for her to go to the washroom, choke her out with the fiber wire right with her guard there, and then stuff her in a closet. And man, this is actually the worst bodyguard ever. She also dropped some poison, and since I found that cocktail recipe earlier, I thought it was the perfect opportunity to use. I decide to head back to the basement to get a waiter disguise. So I quickly choke this guy out, and then I choke his buddy out too and hide the bodies. I then make my way upstairs to the bar, make a cocktail, and then I add a little bit of love. Then I just sit back and wait to see what happens. So now I go grab my suit, rush towards the exit, and I'm fucking excited that I'm done this mission. And then it fucking clicks when I see the 2 stars that I threw that dude over the balcony and it ruined my Silent Assassin. And probably some other shit that I missed too. So I restart the mission and come up with a new plan. I find this lone guard in the shitter, luckily enough, take him out, and get his uniform. So now I just need a way to the 3rd floor. And I know there's no way past these guards, so I gotta distract them. And for some reason, I decided it would be a great idea to throw a coin as they see me. And yeah, it didn't really work out. So, I tried from a different angle, and it worked out this time. So I head out the window and started crawling. Now, as I was shimmying, I had absolutely no idea how to get up, how to climb up over the wall. So I just figured that I had to go through a window or something, so I just kind of kept shimmying. And then that's when I fucking saw him. The motherfucker that had evaded me for the last hour and a half. So once I figure out how to climb up, I instantly get caught while trying to fucking take out this guard. So we're back again, but this time I head straight to the garden to try to take out that model. And the first thing I see him doing is he's taking models like fucking Zoolander in front of a fucking helicopter or some shit. Like, goddamn. First thing I do is I take out this guard while the other has his back turned. I had his body just behind this fence here. I was hoping that no one would see it, and it would ended up actually being perfect. Then I wait for the model to come over, I choke him out, and hide his body in the same spot. After switching uniforms, I rush over to get my makeup done while avoiding the head stylist. And damn, look at this. 47 looks good. I then proceed to absolutely fucking kill it on the runway. With that over with, I head upstairs to meet with the target to kill her again. And as she gets an unexpected phone call, I choke her out and stuff her in a closet. Now this time, I guess I completely forgot about the poison, and I decided I was gonna drop a light fixture on him. But I had the perfect opportunity, but this damn reporter just would not move. So I waited for another opportunity, tried to time it right, and his bodyguard got killed too. So I quickly restart, take out the model, take out Dahlia, and then that's when I remember she drops fucking poison. So while I'm in the basement, I decide to take out the cam so I don't gotta worry about it later. And then after making another poison cocktail, I wait out and watch him die. And since I've already got my suit, all I gotta do is make my way to the exit and see those beautiful 5 stars. So now we're on to the second mission, and this time, not only do we have 2 targets, we gotta sneak into this secret lab and destroy the secret virus. So I start off just looking around a bit, trying to see if I can find anything around, any opportunities before heading in blind, you know? And the first interesting thing I found was this lady fighting with her brother on the balcony from his apartment upstairs. So I instantly assume this is an opportunity. I go upstairs, try to bait him out with the doorbell, but he just kind of goes back inside. But he leaves the door unlocked, so I just follow him inside and go to choke him out.
What are you practicing chokeholds on people? That needs to stop immediately.
Yeah.
Oh my god, help! Help! Oh my god, help! Help!
So I reload, and I've got to take him out a bit quicker this time. This time I do it much more successfully, choke him out in his kitchen, and I don't think anyone's gonna come up here, so I just leave him. But I take his apartment key, don't know why he has another apartment, kinda weird to me honestly. I unlock his apartment, and in the first room I go in, I find a fucking exploding golf ball. And I instantly know that's how I'm taking out one of the targets, I don't care. He also had a key card, so I just walk right in the front gate. I then find myself in the kitchen, but I see that most people's backs are turned most of the time, so I just sneak through the window. But then I get instantly spotted. But it was only a caught trespassing, so I wasn't exactly sure as a Hitman newbie if that ruined Silent Assassin. So one quick trip to Google later, I couldn't really find a definite answer, so I just decided it's safer to restart. So I take out Rocco, bait over a cook with turning off the radio this time, take him out, change into his outfit. Then I just drag his body in the next room and put it in the box. I then notice this guard's going off alone, so I kinda want a guard uniform, so I follow him. But then I quickly realize that I'm trespassing here as the cook, so I try to take him out, but I kind of fuck up. So that's a restart. So before I go into the mission this time, I decided to explore around a bit more, because I saw a road that I didn't ever go down, and eventually I find myself in a church. I didn't find much interesting here. I actually ended up walking in on a confessional by accident.
Forgive me, Father, for I...
Oh, sorry! So I decided it was probably time to leave. Sorry, Jesus. I end up going back and trying to see if I can take out the sister this time. But then I get noticed. So I decide it's time to whip out my favorite tool. Coins. I decided to distract the guy who spotted me with a coin and try to take her out and drag her away before he spotted me. But unfortunately, this guy is too fucking quick, and he still spotted me. Now I'm very stubborn, and I was determined that my plan was gonna work. So I tried this like a good 2 or 3 more times, and yeah, I could have just gone and killed Rocco again, but I was so fucking tired of waiting for him to open the door. It took a good like minute every reset. And then I realized, why do I not just throw the coin to distract her? So I did that, threw in the dumpster, took her key card, and then went inside. Instead of going towards the kitchen this time, I went downstairs. I baited over a waiter with a coin, took him out. I then ran around in the basement a bit and got spotted, but I was kind of okay with it because I had realized that I had forgot to pick up the fucking golf ball, so I had to go through with the Rocco scenario, which I was very annoyed about, but I was determined to use the fucking golf ball. In one golf ball acquisition later, I climb down this wall here, take out the waiter again, and then I overhear these workers talking about the old gramophone in the dining room, so maybe that's something I can use to my advantage later. I end up messing around a bit upstairs, and I went into the mother's room, and it looks like I can do some weird paranormal ghost execution kind of thing, where I make him think there's a ghost. I don't know, but I was determined to use the golf ball, so I wasn't too concerned about finding everything to do with that. I did also save here. I'm not exactly sure why. I think it's just muscle memory of saving a lot, but it's really gonna fuck me over later, and you'll see why. So I go outside, and I'm like, sick, he's golfing, perfect opportunity, I'll just pop a ball right in there. But yeah, apparently, a servant adding more golf balls to his boss's bucket is suspicious, whatever. So this time I turn on the gramophone, which actually makes him freak out and run away from the golf field. So I use this as my opportunity to slip the golf ball in, and then I just sit back and watch. His one guard tried giving him a warning, but I don't think he heard it.
You don't want to do that.
Holy fuck, he went flying. And as I'm walking away to escape the scene, I accidentally walk inside a room that I'm trespassing in, and just get, impossible to escape here, so that's a reload. So I take him out again, but I go around the left side this time. And then that's when I hear this guy practicing dirty talk, and I'm like, man, someone was just murdered, like, how dirty are you? And then I hear that he says my next target's name, so I'm like, another opportunity, let's take this guy out and figure out what to do. So I get him in a pretty good spot. No one was able to see me choke him out here. I was pretty surprised about it. Don't know why I tried it. But then I hide him in this little bucket right here. And then I change into his clothes. Then I pick up his phone and give my target a call.
It's me.
Roberto, Silvio let you off early?
I want us to meet. Your room.
I should say no.
But you won't. See you soon.
Damn, let's get it, 47. I throw on some sexy music so no one can hear the sex. Murder. And then I silently wait in the shadows. Eventually my target shows up and she gives me a whole speech about how we have to break it off and how they're trying to kill the other target, which she clearly doesn't know I killed him. Don't know how to hear the explosion, but I'm not to judge. And then while she's giving her speech, I accidentally press the space bar, making me stand up, so I quickly go to sit back down so she doesn't notice me. But then I see her beelining for the door, so I just ruined the scenario. So I gotta reload. But then I have the hardest time replicating what I had done the first time, and I could not manage to get this guy. And that's when I realized that when I had saved, I had really fucked up. I'll show you just how much trouble I had with this fucking shit. But then I finally managed to take him out without being noticed and hide his body, but just barely. And this is where I really wish I had used my save. After I make it back to the target, she gets an unexpected phone call which prompts her to leave quickly. And she leaves a lot quicker than I thought she would, and I try to catch up with her, but I end up just whacking her in the face in front of both of their bodyguards. So at that point, I decided to just take a break for the night. I was gassed out from trying to kill that golf coach. So the next day, I decided I wanted to try to poison Francesca because it seemed like the much safer option, especially since she drank wine during that event. So I thought, where could I find poison? And I didn't want to use the wiki, so I thought, in the old Hitman games, the first place I find poison was the kitchen. So that's the first place I stopped. But I ended up finding nothing there. So I thought, where else could I find poison? And I thought maybe the gardeners. I've seen a lot of gardeners around. So I took a stop by the shed. Then I distracted one of the gardeners with a vacuum, took him out, then hit his body. And to my delight, dropped rat poison. Just what I fucking needed. But I really did not want to restart again, so I decided to take a safer route of trying to get the golf coach. And I used a coin to try to distract this guard around the corner. Then I dragged his body all the way down to this tall grass down the hill, and I thought it would be a good enough spot. Then I take out the coach, drag him to the same spot, and then I poison the wine and wait. She drinks the poison, and then gets the shits mid-sexy time.
Roberto, where did you get that bottle?
You don't gotta be so rude, bitch.
Huh?
So once she's down, I just stick her in this little cupboard here. And now I just have to get rid of the virus, given I don't fuck up again, given my shitty save position. She also dropped a lab key card, which I can use to get into the lab. I quickly get a guard uniform, but on my way to the lab door, someone spots my body stash. So I do everything the same, except I drag the bodies a bit further this time and hide them in this box. I then explore around a bit before heading into the lab because I want to try to find the cam room. I find the cam room, take out the cam guard, and destroy the cams. I then make my way into the lab, where I take out a higher level guard and take his uniform. So I make my way through the lab till I find the scientist up by this laptop. I try taking him out, but I get spotted as I try hiding his body. And it turns out it was the guard that was next to the one I initially took out. I should have just taken him out, and this would have been fine. But before I restart, I read the intel next to the laptop, and it says that the scientist has a kill switch for the virus that I can just plug into the laptop, but she went to church. You gotta be fucking kidding me. So I take a trip to church, try to make up for what I did to Jesus earlier, and it turns out that the confessional I walked in on earlier, that was the doctor. I missed it by that much, and I'm so upset. So I found out that she was going to go visit her dead friend in the morgue, so I break into the morgue, I play dead, and wait for my target. And as I'm playing dead, the priest comes in and starts blessing me, and since he saw me earlier, I'm pretty sure he thinks that Jesus struck me down for walking in on that confessional earlier. Once he leaves, I sneak in on the doctor, I take her out, and I take the kill switch. Then when I finally followed everything I did before and made it back to the cave, I took out the other guard so he wouldn't cause me any problems, and I took out the doctor just in case doing the kill switch caused suspicion. I stick in the dongle, and shit starts going crazy.
All objectives complete. Now head towards an exit.
Now I just go back, get my suit, and I make it towards the exit. And that's Silent Assassin on level 2. So at the end of the first 2 levels, here's our count. 18 restarts, 13 reloads, and 11 total target kills. So that makes the end of the first part